People are saying there's no features.
But there's Kill Edward. A lot of people think it's J. Cole
Yeah,
with
exactly.
a slow, with a voice pitch on it.
So if you do a search on Spotify right now for KILL Edward,
and I've heard people.
You'll find J. Cole's music.
Pitch his voice. Like one of my friends, she's like a J. Cole stan, and she even like downloaded the joint, fast pitched it, and listened to it. And she's like, I think it's Cole. But like journalists have been writing that too. Like they're pretty sure it's Cole.
That'd be a very him thing to do.
To have like this alter ego.
Yeah.
Well,
and
why does
have
he
that be
leave
a
for
feature?
The last album he dropped, there's songs where he was rapping from like an alter ego perspective, right? But in his voice. So people think it's kind of like kind of digging deeper into that realm.
But like Kendrick does that and doesn't have featuring Bendrick Lamar. Like he doesn't make up a fake name.
Yeah.
No. But Cole needs a personality. That's what's hurting him.
Yes. Yeah.
He's too mundane. He's just laid back. He's really boring.
Yeah.
He's got great songs, but he needs to be more hype. I don't know. Maybe that's what the whole thing is.
No, that's the perfect way for me to describe J. Cole, because I don't care for J. Cole. Up until last year, I saw him in concert last year, and that kind of changed things because he had a personality on stage, and I got to see him be hype because he had a crowd. So maybe he's really good at shows, but just listening to him, I would have, a year ago, equated him to like the human version of a sleeping pill. Like he bores me. And I'm a great lyricist, I'll never take that from him, and I have respect for J. Cole. But I compare him to Kendrick, whereas they're on par lyrically, but Kendrick gets me excited. You know, there are songs. Yeah, exactly.
I think J. Cole is better lyrically. I think Kendrick has that on J. Cole. He has personality, he has excitement, he has layers.
Yeah.
So I think that's why if they ever did that collaboration album like they've talked about doing, I think it'd be great.
Yeah.
Because they would both bring the best out of each other in that sense. Because like if you talk lyrically, like poetically, and like just bars, that kind of stuff, I actually think Cole is nicer with the pen. But Kendrick is a lot nicer with, you know, like being eccentric and having these different layers to him and stuff like that.
Because there are even slow songs, like a slow Kendrick song, that still get me more excited than a fast J. Cole song.
Yeah.
But again, I saw him perform, so the songs that I would have skipped past, I go back to now because I've seen it live, and it's like I know what it is because I've seen it like in front of me, so I can listen to them now. But usually I kind of skip past J. Cole because I don't get excited.
I think
not that he's not good.
Someone got into his ear and told him to create a character, you know, because when we went to when we saw him.
We went to OVO and
OVO,
he was performing, and at that point, I really didn't care for J. Cole.
Yeah, the crowd dispersed.
No, but really? I felt differently because it poured that night that he was performing, right? And maybe I was like, you know what, this is my time to go to No, but I was like, when he started performing, he got up on that stage and he was just like, if you guys will allow me, I want to perform Forest Hill Drives from beginning to end. I was like, please don't do that because I don't want to hear these songs from beginning to end. He wanted to.
I love that album.
I just didn't care. I like it now, but back then, whenever that OVO was, I really wasn't giving him the time of day. But I was like, you know what, this is my time to go to the washroom. But when I came back, he was performing that song he has with Miguel, and it was pouring rain, like it was almost time to leave, and everyone was screaming out the chorus, and I was just like, people really go hard for this dude. Like I saw it and I was like, okay, fine. Like it made me like that song because it's the pouring rain, people aren't leaving, and they're vibing with him. So he's good on that sense. But
ladies love Cole. Like even you look at like Nadeska on Everyday Struggle, she's like the biggest stan I've ever seen.
He's good.
Like, do you fuck with Cole?
Loyal fans.
I listen to a bit of J. Cole, but it's almost like listening to some of, depending on which song, like, you know, it's almost like listening to lyrically, I hope you don't feel offended, but Drake, you know, with the whole, sometimes he can be lovey-dovey, sappy, and, you know, sometimes even be offensive if you're comparing some of his songs where he says things like, I can't remember exact lyrics, but I can think of the song How About Now, you know, where like, in a sense,
that's
it's
a
like
petty song.
But you know, like there's songs that J. Cole has like that.
Does he?
Yes.
Oh.
I don't know, maybe because I've heard it, like certain songs that, you know, like he's, with the pen, he's a lot doper than Drake, of course. But I'm just saying, like, when he gets ready with his sappy love songs, sometimes it does remind me of a Drake. You know, they're not on the same level.
Better. Like I could say that, like,
Wet
Wet Dreams could be a Drake song.
But you have to remember, I'm more of an R&B cat.
But no, he's got really loyal fans. Like I'll say
He
that
has
about
the
them.
most loyal fans.
He'll
in
put
hip-hop,
on
I
free
think.
shows. And it'll be like you have like 24 hours notice, maybe less than that, to show up at this place, and he'll put it on for free. So, and he's kind of like, I can't even say he's like a club performer where it's intimate, because I saw him at a stadium, you know, and he filled up the place, and people were going crazy for it.
J. Cole fans remind me of what Eminem fans were once.
Why do you say that?
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
have that kind of loyalty to him, though. You know what I mean? Like Eminem fans, until, like, see, like me myself, I stopped putting eggs in Eminem's basket back at what, like Encore, yeah.
Oh,
Once you
goodness,
start
that
putting
album.
gerbils in your ass and stuff, it's like, all right, bro,
Check it out.
this would be cool. You know, he's had some good songs per album and stuff, but you still had those like stands who rode with him all the way up until this like recent album, and that's when you really started to see the backlash from like his core audience, were kind of like, all right, it's like almost everyone's giving up hope on Eminem now, right? But you had those super core fans, and that's what J. Cole fans are like.
They defend.
They will defend to the end of the day, even if the rest of the hip hop community clowns on him like J. Cole stands. Like they will sit there and rub his feet for him.
Dreamvillians. Yeah.
But I feel that way if J. Cole had like a misstep, where he
That's
put out an
true.
album and they still went crazy for him, and I'd be like, okay,
Born
well, you
Sinner.
really have
For Your
stands
Eyez?
now.
I think Forest Hills was like
Born Sinner
that was
was
the
great.
masterpiece.
Born Sinner is
Sinner's
great,
good.
yeah.
I'm expecting this album to be a lot better.
I am.
Because every album he's put out's got better and better. So
Do we know, is he producing anything on the album? Because we haven't even mentioned his production game, but like,
I
the
think
man
he's
can produce some
produced. I
fire.
think he produced it all.
Self-produced.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Wow.